Now, building an ICBE model requires 4 key pillars. We need resources, pedagogy, technology, and assessment. Each one of those elements plays a critical role. So let's begin by talking about resources. What I mean here, lecture videos that I prepare, but also the economies. It calls for a balance between 3 things: economic growth, environmental care, profit. Of course, this means that these companies have an obligation, an ethical obligation, to act responsibly. Practice cases, problem sets, reading material. Now, all of that has to be made available to the students from the very first day of the semester. This creates an open access design, which will ensure that all the learners can move at their own pace. They can revisit the material as needed, they can build and have continuous engagement, rather than waiting for the scheduled lectures to be available or for specific release dates. As for technology, there was strong emphasis on the use of AI. Now, this was used to support multiple aspects of the course. Now, this is from translating material when I teach in Arabic or in English, to researching content, to creating concise definitions of accounting concepts. I also use text-to-voice, where I would actually use AI to help me do that. I used AI very heavily to design realistic business cases and generate varied problem sets, which of course will allow students to practice and to have authentic scenarios available to them. From the beginning, I had around 37 pre-recorded lecture videos. I also had over 30 problems and cases, and from those cases I had about 28 explainer videos that actually explain to the students how to address or solve the problems in those cases. Now, again, all of this was available from the first day of the semester. Although all this material is accessible from the first day, I still follow a week-by-week progression, right? So I have my syllabus, I have my weekly, things to be covered for each of those weeks. Now, this will provide students with rhythm, direction, and shared learning pace. But they can, if they want, they can go slower, meaning they can go back and, revisit things that they probably didn't understand very well. Or they can move very fast because it's all available to them, and they can actually move quicker and have that opportunity to understand things well before they are covered in class. So in this way, the course functions like a guided pathway rather than a rigid timeline. It allows the students to move within a common structure, but at a pace that fits maybe their individual learning needs.